Good afternoon, everybody. We are in the Environmental and Ethical Team 6. We're comprised of Susana Andrea, Isabella, Alberly, Christian, Zachary, Cola, and myself, Joby. So imagine a future where every vaccine and every tablet and every just shipment that leaves Pfizer's doors contributed to not just the human health, but the planet's health as a whole. That vision isn't far-fetched. It's within reach if Pfizer tackles one of the most complex pieces of the emissions puzzle, which is Scope 3 emissions. So as global attention shifts from direct corporate emissions to the broader supply chain that Pfizer deals with, Pfizer, as one of the largest biopharmaceutical companies, faces both the responsibility and the opportunity. Scope 3 emissions encompasses everything from the production of the raw materials all the way to the disposal of that product. So this is making for one of the most difficult yet most impactful areas to address as a company. In this presentation, we're going to uncover what Scope 3 emissions means for Pfizer, why it matters for the company's sustainability and reputation, and also how innovative partnerships and strategies can turn environmental responsibility into the driver of competitive advantage.
Pfizer is the world's leading pharmaceutical company, recognized for its capacity for innovation and its impact on global healthcare. It has established itself as a leader in research, development, and productions of medicines and vaccines that help improve the quality of life for millions of people. Beyond its role during the pandemic, Pfizer continues to have great impact on areas such as oncology, biotechnology, and rare diseases, committing to science and technology to find solutions to major challenges of modern healthcare. But its global position also implies a great responsibility in the face of environmental challenges. Today, the environmental factor plays a key role in how the pharmaceutical industry evolves and redefines its processes to be more sustainable and responsible towards the planet.
So the main environmental issue that Pfizer is facing currently is its Scope 3 emissions. Its Scope 3 emissions are emissions that come from indirect activities outside of Pfizer's direct control. Things like raw material production, supplier manufacturing, product packaging, even how medicines are used and disposed of. These all make up Scope 3 emissions. Now, why are Scope 3 emissions so important? First of all, it accounts for about 80% of Pfizer's total carbon footprint. So even though the company has made progress cutting these emissions from its own facilities, it's still a big issue from its other suppliers up and along the supply chain itself. This is a huge challenge because Pfizer depends on thousands of these different suppliers to follow these rules, and it's almost impossible for it to happen smoothly. In fact, emissions from purchased goods and services have more than doubled since 2019, showing just how quickly this problem is growing. So just about 64% of Pfizer's top suppliers have science-based commitments to lowering these emissions, and Pfizer should really focus on rising that percentage to help these emissions go lower.
I will tell you exactly why we should care about this issue. Mainly because it directly impacts our business model, which is built on global manufacturing and a vast network of suppliers. And those high Scope 3 emissions leave us open in two major areas. First, financially and regulatorily. We face imminent prospect of higher carbon pricing across our supply chain and an elevated regulatory compliance risks that could slow down our operations. Secondly, our reputation and competitiveness. Compared to others in the industry, this massive footprint opens us to serious reputation damage as well as a long-term strategic disadvantages. Ultimately, this isn't just about good corporate citizenship, it is essential to protecting our financial stability and maintaining our competitive edge.
On how can we fix this issue? So Pfizer's biggest source of emission doesn't come from their factory. It actually comes from their supplier, which is Scope 3 emission. If we don't address this issue today, Pfizer risks falling behind on tightening global sustainability regulations. To solve this, I have proposed that Pfizer launches a supplier emission accountability and a co-investment program. Here, they will evaluate a supplier based on their carbon footprint, actively co-invest in cleaner technology with our top suppliers. Instead of just demanding cleaner operation, Pfizer will become a partner in helping suppliers transition. Smart, collaborative, and is a future-proof. This isn't just good for the planet, it gives Pfizer a competitive edge over slower pharmaceutical company, and it protects from regulatory risk, and it improves our brand with investors and the ESG funds. This program positions Pfizer as a leader, so instead of them waiting for it to come, they're already prepared for the future. Now I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Isa, who will go ahead and finish off with our conclusion. Thank you.
In conclusion, Pfizer is a global leader in the pharmaceutical industry. The company has a great success in innovation, but it also faces an environmental challenge. Most of its carbon emissions come from its suppliers. And to solve this, Pfizer creates a program to work with partners that use cleaner technologies. This shows that Pfizer cares about the planet and wants to be a leader in sustainability. So Pfizer is not only improving health but also helping to build a better and greener future for the people.